Stampers, it's Fiona Whitehead here from craftystamping.blogspot.com, and I'm bringing you another card today. I think this is called the embossing resist technique. Well, if it isn't, it is now, because that's what I'm going to call it. And I'm using a current set, watercolour wings with these gorgeous butterflies, and I'm using two of our new colours, Lemon Lime Twist and Fresh Fig. Now, those of you who know me will know, oh my goodness, she's using Lemon Lime Twist again. What a surprise. I love this colour. So that's going to be my background for my card. My basic of my card is the Lemon Lime Twist cut in half. And then I've got a little piece of the Fresh Fig that's just going to go on top. All the measurements will be on my blog. So I'm not going to whisk through them here. It makes it a lot easier if you can just go and have a look over there. Another piece of white cardstock for layering. And I'm using a little slim piece of the new Colour Theory DSP, which is this gorgeous papers. Look at that, aren't they just lovely? So I'm using the little bit of the Berry Burst. I know it's not Fresh Fig, but it still looks pretty. So that's going to go on to that side. So I'm doing it slightly different to here, because here I used the bubbles for the embossing plate, but they're not current anymore. So first of all, I'm going to emboss the butterfly, and I'm going to use, that one's not quite big enough, I'm going to use this one from the set. There are three sort of slightly different ones. Now, to do clear embossing, we need, first of all, some Versamark and some Stampin' Emboss Clear. Okay, so I'm going to do two of the butterflies like I've done there. So just, and as you can see, my Versamark is well worn, well used. It still works. I have got a clean one as well, which I do sometimes use for videos, but I've forgotten, picked up the wrong one. But this is good because it'll show you it still works, no matter if you've got it all linked up over the years. But that is quite an old pad, so it's seen a lot of use. So I'm just going to stamp one up there and stamp one down here. And it doesn't matter that there's a bit of colour, because we're going to be inking all over it, so you're not going to see it. Now I just want to get a little scrap of paper and just shake my embossing powder over. As you can see, I haven't got much left, but you know, this pot has lasted me, are you ready for this? 10 years. 10 years this paper, this embossing powder, and I'm nearly at the end of it. So if you know, if that's not value for money, I don't know what is. And then you scoop it back in there like that, and it lives to be used another day. Now you'll just have to forgive me because my heat gun is over the other side, so I'll just nip over and we'll just quickly heat that image up with the heat gun. Sadly, you can't see that magic happening on camera. I just can't quite get it to come over to here. So it doesn't take long once it's heated up. There we go, that's that done. So now we're going to use our Lemon Lime Twist, and I'm going to make that image pop. So I'm going to get a nice clean part of my sponge. I don't want to get anything else on my Lemon Lime Twist thing, and just gently rub it in from the edges. And I'm only really going to do over the butterfly. You could do multiple colours as well if you wish, but I'm just going to use the lemon lime today, and the same just down here. You can see that the clear embossing has covered over that butterfly, and that's what makes the image pop. So the darker you go, the more the image comes out at you. And obviously you can do this with any stamp set, and as I say, you can add a few extra colours in as well. If you've got time, you can play with it a lot longer than I've got today. So there we go. You can also do it with a white powder. That will also give you the same effect and give it a bit more texture. So you can do that also. Now I'm just going to use a few of the Daisy Delight stamps just to show you that you don't need that punch to use our Daisy Delight. The punch is on back order because it is so popular. So I'm just going to use some of these lovely little daisies that are in it. And I'm just going to use the Fresh Fig but I'm going to stamp them off because I just want them slightly paler than what they are, and I'm just literally going to dab them just around, just to give an extra little bit of interest. And one down the bottom. And let me just get that piece of paper back that we're going to put on the side, and it will just let me know how far over I can go. So I'm going to just stick that one down now. It's two-sided, so you can have whichever side you like, but I love that cracking side, so that's the bit that I'm going to have facing upwards. There we go, and I'm just going to add a little strip. So although I'm doing similar cards, I'm not very good at repeating cards. I do get easily bored. So I start off saying I'm going to do the same thing and I don't. So there's one card for an example, and this one's going to be slightly different as we're going along. And I'm going to add, this is our gorgeous new shimmer ribbon, and this is in the powder pink. Oh, I love it. So I'm going to put a little bit of strip of that just down there. So let's just stick a little bit of snail on the back of it. And in one of my other videos, I did show you how to put this one on and just then add a bow. I'm not going to add a bow to this one because I think it'll just make it a little bit too bulky. So I'm just going to leave it as the straight bit of ribbon. And then we'll just trim that off. There we go. Don't waste any of our ribbon. Trim that off nicely. And I'm just going to add a few of the little the little dotty things, these little dotty things here. I'm going to just add a few of those. And I'm going to use the lemon lime twist just to pop those in here. See, we're doing this as we go along. Crafty, crafty. Oh, that's not sticking to my... Let's just pop that on properly. There we go. Just going to put a few of these dotted about the place because they're so pretty. And they actually go on the stemmy bits, which is very clever. But I'm just going to pop a few around there. One more there. There we go. Now you can add some pearls or diamonds, or diamonds. They'd be nice, wouldn't they? Real diamonds. Or these lovely glitter enamel dots we've got also to jazz up your butterflies. And for the sentiment, I'm using the stitched framelets, and I'm going to use this Just For You, which comes in the watercolour wings. Look at that, what a mess. They are here somewhere, I've just used it, there it is. So let's pop that one back over there. Pop it onto the grid paper. I've already cut these out of the big shot so you don't have to hang around watching me do it. And we'll use the fresh fig. Make sure I've got it the right way up. There we go. Make sure my little framelet's the right way up as well. There, super duper. Super quick little card. And that's going to go on there like that. And then that's going to go on there like that. And I'm just going to pop this on here, just there. Now, if you can see, when I was stamping those, the little daisies, that one didn't quite stamp. That's not a mistake. That's an embellishment opportunity, as it's known in the trade. So that means I can just get one of our little wonderful new tiny little dimensionals, and that's going to cover that little bit so nobody will ever know. See, what they don't know won't worry them. And anyway, it's crafting, it's handmade. If you want perfect, go and buy the rubbish that you can get from all these pound shops that, you know, you can get 20 for £1 or whatever. And this is handmade. That's going to go just on there like that, but I'm not, I want a bit more, so I'm going to put a few pearls on those butterflies. So let's just pop that on to our card, like so. Most of you who come and listen to me know that I have a clock that bongs, and you can bet your bottom dollar that when I start recording, normally my clock starts bonging, and it's not bonging at the moment because it needs winding up, and hubby keeps forgetting to do it, and every time when we go to bed we think, oh, we must do the clock, and we haven't done the clock. So hopefully next time I do it, we'll have the good old clock bonging away. So I'm just going to add a few of these, the little pearls. And this is where your pokey tool comes in really handy, because otherwise you try and do it with your fingers and they all get stuck to your fingers. There we go. These little ones are just lovely. Look on these butterflies, and it just gives it that little extra bit. I think we'll put one on there, one on there. Oops, go on, off you go. But you could put those lovely glitter enamel dots that we've got. I've nearly run out of my whole pack, so I may have to be putting in an order for some more. And the last one, tuck to my finger. There we go. So, oh no, back up there. That's where you go. So that's the embossing resist technique. And as you can see, I did that one was that one, and this one is this one. So slightly different, but gives you ideas. And I hope you have a play with it. Thanks for joining me. Bye.